A toast to diplomacy. How lobbying saved Bourbon from a trade war. The transatlantic trade spat, a tempest brewing over steel and aluminum tariffs, threatened to spill over into the world of fine spirits. A proposed EU retaliatory tariff list, initially targeting €26 billion worth of U.S. goods, had Bourbon squarely in its sights. But a dramatic 11th-hour intervention, fueled by powerful lobbying efforts from key European nations, has spared the amber nectar from a potentially devastating blow. The story of Bourbon's narrow escape is a fascinating tale of political maneuvering, economic pressure, and the surprising power of a good dram. The EU's initial list, a formidable arsenal of potential targets, read like a curated catalog of American exports: almonds, yachts, diamonds, dental floss, soybeans, steel parts. A veritable smorgasbord of goods facing retaliatory tariffs, mostly at a 25% rate. Bourbon, a cornerstone of American whiskey culture, was unfortunately among them, a consequence of past trade disputes. When President Trump imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum, the EU, under then-President Jean-Claude Juncker, responded in kind, targeting iconic American products, including Harley-Davidson motorcycles, Levi's jeans, and, significantly, Bourbon. This precedent made Bourbon a readily available target in the current conflict. The EU's updated list, set to be finalized on Wednesday, now boasts a significantly reduced scope, down to €21 billion worth of targeted goods. This scaling back is a direct result of intense negotiations with the EU's 27 member states and numerous industry bodies. However, the most striking change is the absence of Bourbon from the list. This dramatic shift wasn't accidental. It's a testament to the effective lobbying campaigns waged by major European alcohol producers. Ireland, a nation deeply intertwined with whiskey production, led the charge alongside the wine giants of Italy and France. These countries, representing some of Europe's most powerful agricultural and beverage industries, understood the far-reaching consequences of a trade war escalating to include their prized spirits. The threat to their own lucrative alcohol markets was a potent motivator. Their combined lobbying efforts were formidable, skillfully leveraging their economic influence to sway the decision-making process within the EU. The stakes were exceptionally high. France, a nation known for its robust stance on retaliatory measures against U.S. tariffs, found itself facing a critical dilemma. The prospect of a 200% tariff on French wines and champagnes, a threat explicitly voiced by President Trump on March 13th on social media. A 200% tariff on all wines, champagnes, and alcoholic producs coming out of France and other EU représentants sent shockwaves through the French wine and champagne industries. One champagne producer famously warned that such a tariff would represent game over for their U.S. market. The French government, despite its initial calls for a strong response, recognized the devastating potential of such a retaliatory measure on its own economy. The threat was too significant to ignore. Adding to the pressure, French cognac and brandy producers were already grappling with Chinese tariffs imposed last October in response to the EU's anti-dumping duties on Chinese electric vehicles. The prospect of further tariffs on their products in the U.S. market would have been catastrophic, compounding existing challenges and further destabilizing the industry. The combined lobbying efforts of France, Italy, and Ireland effectively countered the initial EU proposal, highlighting the potential for devastating collateral damage to their respective alcohol industries. Their persuasive arguments effectively demonstrated that including Bourbon, and by extension, other spirits, in the retaliatory tariffs would trigger a much wider, far more damaging trade conflict. The threat of a full-scale alcohol trade war, with reciprocal tariffs impacting both sides, proved to be a powerful deterrent. The EU, faced with this potent combination of economic realities and political pressure, ultimately chose to remove Bourbon from the target list. The outcome is a testament to the power of effective lobbying and the intricate dance of international trade relations. While the larger trade dispute remains unresolved, the story of Bourbon's escape underscores the importance of strategic alliances and the ability of powerful economic interests to shape the outcome of global trade negotiations. It's a reminder that even in the seemingly cutthroat world of international trade, diplomacy, strategic alliances, and a strong lobbying presence can often prevail. The final list, significantly reduced in scope and notably devoid of Bourbon, stands as a victory for the collaborative efforts of Ireland, Italy, France, and the powerful lobbying power of the alcoholic beverage industries. This successful intervention serves as a valuable case study in navigating the complex waters of international trade relations and the strategic use of lobbying power to protect national economic interests. The clinking of glasses in celebration might be premature, but the survival of Bourbon, at least for now, is certainly something to raise a glass to.